Hello everyone, today we are going to implement another NP type who can do patrolling, and this dotted line represent the path this pink character will be patrolling along. So let me simulate. So as you can see, the pink guy will go in the patrol path we have defined, and the red guy is just the random free roaming character. He's free roaming. Pink guy is going on the patrol path, and the yellow guy is the stationary guard soldier who doesn't move away, just stays in the same location. So this is what we are going to work on today, adding another type of an enemy who can do patrol. So right, and if he reach the end, he will again go back in the defined path. So let's wait till he reach the end. So now he's going back and coming the cycle. So I can, if I want, I can make it like continuously circle if we have a circular path. At this point I haven't defined it like that. Okay, let's see how to do this today. And also, even if they are free roaming, if the player character do any disturbance like noise, or like if they see me, they will stop doing whatever they were doing and go into the combat mode, regardless of whether they are free roaming or they are guards or they are patrolling. Right, let's see how to do this today. Okay, last time we implemented a mechanism to define two types of enemies. One is who can do free roam, the red guy, and the other one is who will do guard in a given location. So today we are going to add another enemy type who will follow a given path. So for that, I will again open this ALS NPC character, and here I'll maybe instead of adding patrol spline to this character itself, I'll create a child class of this ALS NPC patrolling. Right. Yeah, I'll change the color to something different. Pink. Okay, now I'll add a spline component. So this will be the patrol path of this enemy. Make it clear, maybe let's make it like this. So when we place this guy in the world, we can clearly see that. Right, now but if I play the game, you will see when the characters are walking around, that patrol path will also be moving. So what we can do is, let me close other tabs. In the begin play, from the spline component, I'll name this patrol path spline. I can get spline points. No. We can get number of spline points, and we can run a for loop. First index should be 0, last index is whatever the number of spline points. Wait, -1, otherwise we will have a error at the final index. Let me collapse this to a function. Initialize line, no, patrol points. Oh, what happened here? Patrol points. Right, now here for each index, let me get a reference, get location at spline point coordinate space. I'll use world space. We need a variable. I'll call it patrol points. This should come under AI category, and vector, also an array. Get the vector, add. So I'm going to add these locations, set of locations into patrol points. Then I defined a function called get next location in the ALS NPC. Let me show you if you don't remember this one. I implemented it through the interface 𝐂𝐿𝐻𝐵PI NPC. So NPC interface. So basically in the previous in the parent character, what it does is it just returns a random location within the free roam radius we have defined as the next location that the character wants to go. So now here let me override that to return a point within from the set of patrol points, so we can make sure that the character is following the patrol path. Here, get next location. I don't need actually a parent to target parent function, call to a parent function. So get the patrol points. Out of these points we can get one element using an index. I'll promote this to a variable. I'll call it current patrol point. Oh, this doesn't have this. No need it to be visible. Also making it private also would make sense. Right. So here we can return that, but before we have to increment it. Oh wait, no, we need to, no, we have to increment it, yes, but what if we have reached the end of the path? So that means the final patrol point. So that means we should return, that means we should come back along the same path. So instead of incrementing, I'll add another variable, petrol direction, and by default this must be 1. Right, so before we return the next point, we have to check if the current petrol point is equal to 0 or less than 1. It's easier to do less than 1. So that means we are at the beginning. So if that is the case, we should set petrol direction to 1. That means we should go forward. Third branch. Otherwise, another branch, we should check if the petrol point is larger than or equal to the size of petrol points. That means length. So if this conditions becomes true, that means we have reached the end of the petrol points when we are going forward. So in that case, we should make the petrol direction as -1. That means we should start coming back. The reroute mode here. Right, now whatever happens, we have to set petrol point. We have to either increment or decrement it, so we can get the current petrol direction and the current petrol point and add it together. To get the next petrol point we should go to. And yeah, and after setting it, we can return that point. So yeah, I think that should be it. We don't have to do any changes to the behavior tree because we are changing the petrol behavior through this get next location. So shall we change these points to use instead of, I'll make them constant. So we can simply define not constant. Is that constant? Constant? Are there 3 points? No. We delete and add again. Okay, now if it is working correctly, this guy should go here and come back here and go back here in a cycle. Let's test. This guy is not going anywhere. What's wrong? Oh. Sorry. I should have used the index here. Now let's test. Right, he's going on the patrol. And he should come back. Yeah, he's coming back. Great. And he's waiting a bit in the patrol point, but that's okay because we have a wait time defined in the AI behavior, but still he's doing the patrol. Oh, so why do I get this error? Alright, actually we should change the direction if we last index. If we are already at the last index, not at the length. Right, so we won't get that error anymore. Okay, and now let me make a bit complicated patrol path. By the way, if you don't know how to duplicate spline, all you have to do is select the spline and press Alt and drag a line so it will duplicate like this. Okay, now instead of playing, shall we simulate? Now you see the pink enemy is going in the patrol path we defined, and he's not going to the exact point because we have a acceptance radius like 100, but still he's going in the general path we set, and that's fine. Alright, so yellow guy is staying in the given position and the pink guy is doing a patrol and the red guy is doing a free roam. So we have 3 types of enemies now, and still if I do a disturbance, they will act alike. That means yeah, they heard me, I think. Yeah, the pink guy is now coming to check on the location he heard the noise, and if we don't see anything suspicious, he will return to the original location and start doing the patrol. Continue the patrol, basically. See, now he's going on the patrol again. Alright, So I'm gonna stop this episode right here, and thanks for watching. So as always, project files will be available here for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.